welcome to the What If Ask AI channel. On this channel, we ask multiple AI services what if questions. The what if questions was made back in my childhood when I was asked to put all my questions in a binder because my family was tired of me asking them all the questions I had in mind. Now, later in the future, I'm taking the questions I made from my childhood and asking the AI services the questions and reviewing and judging their responses. I hope you enjoy this channel.
Welcome back to another episode of What If Ask AI, and today we are looking at this question. What if someone's bike broke down in a race? As always, I have two example what if questions with answers to help give the AI services something I'm looking for, and then the AI services I'll be using today are ChatGPT, Google Gemini, Perplexity, Duck AI, and Typefully. So now let's start with ChatGPT by asking it, what if someone's bike broke down in a race? All right, here's ChatGPT's answer. I'd say that would definitely be unfortunate, but hopefully they could fix the bike or find a way to finish the race. Okay, now let's ask Google Gemini that same question. What if someone's bike broke down in a race? All right, here's Google Gemini's answer. That would be quite unfortunate, but hopefully they could fix it quickly or find a way to keep going. Okay, now we're going to ask Perplexity that same question. What if someone's bike broke down in a race? All right, here's the answer Perplexity provided. If someone's bike broke down in a race, they would likely have to stop and either repair it, get assistance if the race rules allow it, or withdraw from the race. That would be unfortunate, but finishing or continuing after fixing it could still be an accomplishment. All right, now we're going to ask Duck AI that same question. What if someone's bike broke down in a race? Here's Duck AI's answer. Well, that's unfortunate, but I'd hope they'd stay calm and handle it as best they can, whether that means repairing on the spot, getting help from their team, or deciding whether to continue. And then here is Typefully. We're going to ask it, what if someone's bike broke down in a race? Here's Typefully's answer. Well, that would certainly be frustrating, but they'd likely walk or carry their bike to the finish line or pit area. If it's an organized race, they might get assistance from officials or support staff. Either way, their race would be significantly impacted, but they could still compete it or withdraw depending on the rules. Okay, now I got my rankings for my AI services, 5 being the worst and 1 being the best. And for number 5, I have Duck AI right here. And the reason I put Duck AI as number 5 was this is a good response. It just was a little bit longer than one of the examples that I provided, but I liked how they said that they would stay calm and handle it as best as they can, and then they basically have to make a decision of what they want to do: repair it, get help, or just continue or not to continue. So that's why I put Duck AI as number 5. For number 4, I put Perplexity. It had a very similar answer to Duck AI, but what made this a little bit higher was it mentioned how at the end, if they continued after fixing it, it would still be an accomplishment, right? Finishing is really good regardless of what happens, just keep going until the end, no matter what the condition is. So that's why I like that. So that's why I put Perplexity as number 4. And then for number 3, I had Typefully. The reason I put Typefully as number 3 is because it mentioned the impact of a person's race. This part really stuck out to me. So either way, their race would be significantly impacted, but they could still compete it or withdraw depending on the rules, right? Like, I've never had a bike broke down on me, but if that happened and it happened during the middle of a race, like, I'd hope I'd be okay, right? But even if I was okay, but carrying the bike all the way to the end, that's a lot. So your race is impacted. So that's why I put Typefully as number 3. And then for number 2, I put ChatGPT. And the reason I put it there at that ranking was because it's pretty short, just like my examples. And it said that, hopefully the person would find a way to fix the bike or to finish the race. So that's why I put it as number 2. And then number 1, I put Gemini, which is very similar to ChatGPT, but what made this one higher over ChatGPT was it said fix it quickly, right? If you can do a quick fix and then go back and go into the race, that has a pretty high significance rather than just fixing it and like taking a lot of time to do it. So that's why I put Gemini as number 1. So again, my ranking is DuckAI is 5, Perplexity is 4, Typefully is 3, ChatGPT is 2, and Gemini is 1. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.